1, 2, 1,
Good
2.
evening.
There we go.
Where I've got an advert. There we go. Ignore the pyjama bottoms. I'll just get the pyjama bottoms out the road now before people start coming and saying, Stu, what are we wearing?
So, good evening. Welcome to Stuart and Andy, Van Life, the Universe and Everything. Hopefully you've just watched our video that's taken me I ought to talk to the camera. 6 months that's taken. It's been 6 months of my life with that. Thankfully, a lot of the research was done by my brother Paul and my mum Diane and my dad John. So a lot of it.
Oh, I'm glad you watched. I'm glad you liked it, Emma. 2 minutes because he can't see our comments for some reason. You need to pull the comment bar up on your thing, Mister. Good evening, Dell. Yeah, Emma said that was well worth the wait.
Yeah, it's been ready a while, but
Good evening, Bex.
I wanted to do it just before Remembrance because it was meant to be for VE Day.
It was.
Back in May. That's how long it's taken.
But it was one of those things, wasn't it, where it went on and on and on.
Yeah, trying to find footage from that's specific to a topic that you're talking about from 80 years ago is so hard to find.
Beck said it was absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
So I didn't have anything to do with this. This is all Andrew's family's history. It's your grandfather's. So it was very much an Andrew's thing. I'd seen maybe 10 minutes of the first, when you first did your 10 minutes, and it was like, I think he was trying to like make sure it looked all right. And I was like, it's brilliant. I was like, I can't believe you've only let me watch 10 minutes because I just got really involved in it, invested in it. I was like, I want to know what's happening. Why only give me 10 minutes? So yeah, that was the first time I've seen it fall through, and I'm really proud of you. You did
really?
it. Yeah, you did it.
You weren't bored?
No, not at all. I was annoyed, if anything, because the dog kept on making noises, clicking on, and because we watched it on the TV, all you could see was all the comments coming across the screen. So I had to turn them off.
Yeah,
I did. I really, really enjoyed it.
It's been enjoyable doing it. It's been sad. I mean, I've had to stop a couple of times because I've cried. I'll admit that, and I still get emotional to watch it, especially the last bit where AI wonderfully brings those photographs to life. I mean, we don't have.
It was before time,
video.
Wasn't it?
It was before photography. Well, I mean, people used to use cameras and proper film, but we didn't have any of that. So yeah, AI's done a fantastic job, I think, of bringing those things to life.
Do you have just realised, right? This isn't actually going on an ordinary live on the ordinary live system. So we could have done this portrait instead of me having to like try and.
Why is it not going on the ordinary thing?
So whether because you've got a couple of comments.
Yeah, for those that did tune in and watch on the premiere, thank you very much indeed. Obviously, it's there now forever, so it's for all to see.
Okay, Dale, the person you were talking to,
yes.
I think, says, Andrew, you might recall me from CTK. I don't know what that is.
Christ the King?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say it's Darcy. I am so sorry for butchering that.
Yes, we've just become friends on Facebook.
That's who it is.
Right. That makes a little sense now. Oh, thanks for watching. It's nice to catch up with you. I know you've found me on Facebook. I don't keep in touch with many people from school.
No, you're not the best when it comes to. And don't get annoyed if he doesn't message you back. He doesn't message his own husband back. Never mind anybody else.
I'm well known for text messages of no,
yes.
Yes.
You are ridiculous.
Maybe.
But yes, I'm so glad that people have enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's nice to like know. I know it's not a very nice thing to think about, is it? A lot of people don't like to sit there and think about wars and the amount of people that unfortunately who were killed, and it isn't very nice to think about. But it's nice to be able to see a side of like family and where it's all come from, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't be here if lots of those little things. I don't know whether people picked up on the video at all that, a third of prisoners captured in Japan didn't make it out. Like my granddad managed. He survived, thankfully. Only just, I think, because his health was declining. Granddad Sam, his ship was hit the day after my dad was born. Luckily, it didn't sink like others did. There were no casualties. So
yeah, but your dad was already born.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah.
If it had been the other way around and other people hadn't. I don't know. It's just
But
it doesn't bear thinking
even
about. Does
so,
it,
I mean, it showed that
Good evening, Macklin.
that the ships that escorted my granddad to Singapore, they were both sunk by the Japanese just a week later. You know, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of them things, Darcy, that people don't like to think about, but it's a huge part of 90% of the world's history. Like, especially for us, if we hadn't won that war and then people hadn't sacrificed themselves, because it was a sacrifice, they hadn't, we wouldn't have the country we have today.
No.
I certainly wouldn't be here if we'd won the war. Neither would you, to be honest. So
we don't know. We don't know what would have happened, do we?
I know,
if,
but
if
I think we have to. It's one of them things where we always buy a poppy, which none of us are wearing jackets. But every year we go and buy a poppy. We always support the poppy peel because at the end of the day, without them.
Yeah. It's the first time. Genuinely, this is the first time that I've actually fully appreciated what went on, because I knew that my granddad Cyril was taken prisoner of war, but you don't know the ins and outs of it. You don't know that the Thailand Burma Railway. Luckily, he wasn't put on that because his chances would have been slim on that as well. We know that 30,000 people died on there. It's crazy.
It is. It's crazy, and it's horrible to think about. It's not something that people want to sit there and think, oh yeah, that was a great time, because it wasn't. They were enlisted. No. A lot of them were forced into war, and unfortunately, a lot of them didn't come home from it.
No.
Families lost a lot of people, generationally as well, because it was sons and dads, and it's not nice.
Yeah, but it's hard to believe that it's not hard to believe, but it's 80 years ago since the end of the war. It's 80
long.
years.
So you say it, I don't think that's that long. I think people forget it wasn't that long ago. It's only half my life.
Well, it's 2 generations, isn't it? It's my granddad, so it's 2 generations down.
I'm nearly 40, so you're saying it's only 80, but that's literally half my life. No, that's scary.
Yeah, there we are.
It is scary, Bex. I 100% agree, and I think it does annoy me when people are sitting there, oh yeah, but it's got nothing to do with me. No, it does. Because whether you like it or not, your ancestors or my ancestors or yours all fought for us to have the rights we have today and to have the lives we have today.
A lot of the rights we have today came directly from the war. United Nations came about in 1945. The rights to have free speech and the freedom of that all came because of the wars.
Yeah, we wouldn't
didn't
have it
that
today
before.
if we hadn't won.
So yeah, quite poignant.
Sorry.
I'm kind of glad that it's out there now, and it's a little chapter of my life.
I'm so thankful for all of us that have taken the time to sit and watch it, and yeah, it means a lot, doesn't it? It's not something that was done in like a couple of weeks. It's taken months of research. Like you said, you were very lucky that your mum and Paul had done quite a bit of research already, so you had. At least you had a bit of a stepping stone to be able to then move on and do what you need to do.
I'll be honest, I couldn't have done the video without my mum and Paul's research.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, they've done loads of family research, but I'd focused on this one thing because it fascinated me that both granddads were in the war at the same time, but half a planet away from each other. One in the Navy, one in the Army, one captured. One, battling on the seas, just completely different wars, but fighting for the same cause. And I think that was the inspiration for the video.
Well, yeah, because yours were very much 2 complete different stories. Like, it wasn't like they were both just in the army and they're both on the front line.
Yeah.
It was couldn't have been any further.
They couldn't have been any further apart.
But in the same war.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, their lives got brought together by 2 random people. Well, not 2 random people, but by their grandkids.
Yeah.
Kids. Coming together.
Yeah, and that kind of works back, doesn't it? Because I knew obviously mum and dad, so you work back to granddads, and then you work back to find out where that they came from, and that's where you realise that the wars that they did were just completely different.
I do find it really, really strange because when we were seeing the videos at the end and the photographs and things, obviously I know Andrew's brothers and I know his mum and dad and stuff, so I know what they look like now, and I'm sat there and I'm like, oh my God, your brother looks so much like your granddad.
Darren,
you look so much like your mum. Your mum looks so much like her mum. And it's like it is really strange to see, like, Darren is literally a spitting double of your granddad.
Absolutely granddad. Yeah.
It is funny. Right, 2 minutes, I'm forgetting all the comments. Good evening from to Torquay.
Torquay, good evening.
When I commit to writing a paper for publication, is it fast if you get it done in under a year? You're all done so well put together, and the details in it were just amazing. That's a Bex.
Yeah, there was an awful lot of information to take in, and it's a lot to take in if you watch it once. A lot of detail. I think that the detail's not there really for you to take in. It's just to give a picture of. These were at the beginning. These are just two normal people.
They just
married,
had ordinary lives, didn't they? Working
just ordinary,
jobs.
like anybody. Anybody that goes out to work.
Well, factories.
One's a dyer. One's similar kind of thing in textiles. And all of a sudden, the war's going on, but it's not really affecting people in this country that much. And then all of a sudden it escalates, and you get a letter telling you've got to sign up. You've got to go to war. I mean, that must be a scary thing.
And I couldn't even imagine it. I wouldn't even like to think about it, especially with what's going on in the world today. I think it's a very scary prospect, and I think people forget what other people went through and ancestors went through to be.
Yeah, I mean,
where we are.
We joked about it, didn't we, a year or so ago when it looked like we might be going to war with.
I've never joked about war.
On social media, people were saying they'd never go. Some people just never make it into the army and things these days.
I think
times have moved on.
It
sometimes
scares
for the better.
The shit out of me thinking that we could go back to war and have to live through them horrible times.
Well, you went through it. You said, if we go to war, I'll have to go because you're only
37.
You were 35 at the time, and you would have had to have gone.
Thanks.
I know.
You get old, bitch.
I'd have been a general major or something.
Oh, that's your Paul on saying evening all. Well done, Andy.
Hi, Paul.
I was going to say, I've just missed it. We have.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for your research and all your scans and photos. And I couldn't have done the video, but I hope I've done it justice, and I hope I've done it.
I love that.
I know my mum and dad. I gave them a special DVD a while ago, and I know that they got quite upset at it, but.
Says you who's getting emotional here.
But they did say it was the best present they've ever had, so I'll take that as a. Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
It's an emotional thing.
Get you a tissue?
No, it is an emotional thing. Like I said, when I was making it, the times when I was doing. You spotted it in my voice at one point, didn't you?
I did.
Commentary.
Towards the end, I noticed that you were getting upset talking.
I had to stop several times.
It was when
it was just so upsetting.
It was when your mum and dad were born, and I think it was towards that time you got very upset. Your Paul saying you've definitely done it justice.
Thank you, I'm glad. Yeah, so all that hard work and all that research that you did, there it is, in a proper story, for the world to see now. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of it.
I don't know.
I didn't appreciate it was going to take like 6 months, and it's been almost a daily thing.
I know, but it was one of them things where you started it and you were getting really into it. Your Paul was giving you more information, and you just got into a rabbit hole of all this info that you just didn't want to stop.
You do, and there's so much. There is so much, but I didn't want it to be a long-winded film. I mean, we could have made it into a series, but I think it's the right length, and I think it was.
Yeah.
It keeps you watching because it's something happening all the time. So yeah, I hope people enjoy it when they do watch it. I know we've had a few on the premiere watching it, so thank you for that.
Yeah, Paul. There's one bit in it, and I could hear. Do you know when you can hear somebody's voice, and I can hear him through his narrating, and I'm like, you got emotional there because you can just hear your voice cracking, and you're getting really like. It was
the Christmas, wasn't it? It was a Christmas where it was peace in 1945, and my grandma's pregnant with my mum.
Yeah. Your Paul saying he was sat in the library and he had a few tears.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It is sad. And like you say, you go down a rabbit hole and you find out more and more and more.
Since then, have you told your Paul you got an email from a lady who lived next door?
Oh yeah, I got an email last week from the lady that lives at 1 Arden Close, living next door to Sam's mum. So she got in touch.
I think that's another nice thing is that it was in the paper. If anybody saw it, I know Paul saw it, but it was like in the paper. So you had a few people reach out and were just like, "Oh, I remember these people," and I just think that's nice because it feels like it's another I don't know, just like another community and another thing of you're not forgetting. That's something that like everybody says, isn't it? Lest we forget. But yeah, they were huge part of your lives.
I mean, there's several reasons I've done this. One, from a personal point of view.
Course.
One, for my mum and dad and Paul to bring all their hard work together. But also so that people can relate to actual people in the war 80 years ago as well. Because we say, like you say, lest we forget in that. And some people don't even know in the first place. So, and it's almost, it's not, it is a little bit educational, I guess.
Well, it is. It's not just that. It's giving a face to the cause, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, it is a cause. Everybody buys a poppy and they're like, oh, well, I'm supporting something. But they don't actually know what they're supporting.
No.
Like, at the end of the day, we've pretty much, I think, everybody in England has had ancestors that have been to war.
Yeah.
It's very uncommon now, isn't it, for them not to? My granddads were both in the war. Yours were. So it is nice to put a face to, the organisation and the actual reality of war. And the aftermaths of it.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't realise. I mean, you read you look at some of the, the things that Paul and my mum had found out, and
speaking of that, your Paul's just said there, it was when he found the article regarding the return to Windmill Grove, is when Paul got upset.
Yeah, I can understand why.
You're getting emotional. Do you want to finish?
It is an emotional thing. It is, and I think, but it's a celebration as well.
It is. They were both great men, and they both did their duty and came home. Don't get me wrong, they were very lucky that they both came home, because a lot of men didn't.
Yeah,
and then they carried on family life.
Yeah, there were several times where either of them could have perished at war.
And I still think your Darren is a spit of your granddad. In some of them videos at the end, I was kind of like, I couldn't see your granddad, all I could see was Darren. And I'm just like, is that Darren? Have you just like done a bit of CGI there and made Darren look a little bit older than he is? Because it did look a double of Darren.
So
sorry, I'm just reading comments as they're going along. Right. I'm trying to keep an eye on everything to make sure we're I'm not missing any random comments.
I was going to say, when obviously Paul's done the same with the research side of it and getting upset when, or not upset but emotional. I was the same, because you feel like you're living it with them, because I've done it chronologically. So I've actually gone through the process. I haven't sort of got a whole script of the whole thing and then worked out what. I've kind of built it from 1939 onwards, so you follow them on this path through the wars.
For you as well, it's also emotional because they were your grandparents.
Yes, of course.
You don't. When you were a kid, you don't sort of look at them and think, "Oh, well, you went through this horrible experience." Both of them went through. Can't imagine it being easy being in a ship and being at war and go backwards and forwards all the time.
No.
But that's got to mean something as well. Oh, go away, adverts.
Yeah, they did endure some things, didn't they? Grandad Sam 4 years at sea on the same boat, and Cyril almost 4 years in a prison camp. It's.
So you're Paul saying exactly that. I went through the newspapers chronologically. So you're going through, you're reading a book. Yeah, really, you're reading a story about somebody you just happen to know.
You are following their lives as it happened almost. And I knew what the outcome was, but I didn't appreciate what they actually went through all that time.
You just get immersed in it, don't you? You just because you're reading about it, and like your Paul said there, because you're reading, then it's the next article, then it's the next bit. It's like reading a book of somebody else's story that you know personally. And it becomes
a little bit of an obsession, because you can't leave it alone. You've got to keep delving. You've got to keep finding out, and because there wasn't a lot of actual information in black and white that was available to me. I could have travelled down to the National Archive and started digging.
Well, it's not like
which
today,
I might do, yeah.
where you can just go onto Facebook or YouTube or TikTok or something and find all the information out. You've only got what they had back then. And it was like telegrams.
But it's like a jigsaw. Some of it was like a jigsaw, finding out which ships that they came home on, because we hadn't got any concrete evidence of which one. But we knew what dates they were signed off. So I've had a lot of help from AI, because it's fast. It can trawl documents in seconds. So it was saying this ship docked at Southampton. We knew it was Southampton where both of them came back. So we worked back and said there weren't any other ships with prisoner of wars on, so it had to be that one. And that's the process that it's been through. And then trying to find footage, of course, is just almost impossible.
Yeah.
So some of the footage is real, and some is just indicative. But yeah, like I said, I'm glad it's out there now. It's been my life for the last 6 months, and I'm glad it's out there so people can watch it and hopefully appreciate it. And
I told you, I thought it was really, really good. I was very impressed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just say that because we're on camera.
No, I told you that before we came live. I was very, very impressed. I think it's brilliant.
So next project now.
Oh gosh. Tea. That's the next project.
Tea. I know. Pizzas.
Yes. So
for tea.
thank you everybody who went and watched the amazing film by Andrew, and thank you once again to Paul and Diane for all their behind the scenes work, because there was a lot of it.
Like I said, I couldn't have done it without them, because I didn't have access to the documents that Paul's seen and my mum's seen, and the photographs that have been scanned. So I couldn't have done it. So yeah, many, many thanks for that. I'm not taking all the credit for this, but
you can't say but anything.
No, I can't take all the credit for this. It's been a team effort, team Scattergood effort.
Thank you, Macklin. I am trying to work out how to hype. I don't seem to be able to find the button.
It does say you can hype it, but on mobile devices. So, and now that the premiere is over, I'm wondering.
I still can't do it. I've tried and tried and tried. I'll try once we come off and see if I can find the hype button.
Yeah, there's definitely a hype button.
Yes, so if everybody can have a look, if you have 5 minutes, just to quickly go back to the actual video and see if you can find the hype button, that would mean the world to us, because it just means it gets pushed out a bit more, means we get a few more people to be able to see it.
I've put it on. I mean, the Hucknall Dispatch did a great thing on the article, didn't they?
Yes.
They did a fantastic thing. And straight away, I'd only messaged them, emailed them, and within minutes, he'd rung me and said, "Oh, this is a great story. Can we just have a little chat?" So they've done a good job, and I've posted it on 1 or 2 sites as well. So hopefully.
Yes. So thank you, everybody. Can you just say thank you, madam, because I need to go make.
Yeah, we're gonna head off now. It was just a brief live, just to say thank you to everybody that watched the premiere, and to say thanks to the people that have helped along the way. Enjoy. If you've not seen the second bit, there is a 10-minute video where I go back to Hucknall and have a look at some of the places mentioned, a little bit of some more coincidences. So there is another 10-minute video. It's called Walls Apart Demobbed. So have a look out for that as well. So from me, I need to find another project now. Thanks very much, everybody. We'll catch you on Sunday for our quiz.
Yes. Thank you. Good.